Welcome to C Files, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Um, I'm going to talk about something I normally don't talk about on this channel, but I think it requires some attention because it has profound implications for Christians. Now, the subject is Three-Eye Atlas. This is the third interstellar object to enter our solar system since I think it was 1997 was the first one, and then later on there was a second one, and this is the third one. And it's called Atlas because Atlas was the radio or the telescope station, whatever it was, that discovered it. At any rate, this object is baffling astrophysicists and astronomers because it's not behaving like an asteroid and it's not behaving like a normal comet. It seems to have the ability to speed up and slow down. It seems to have the ability to change course. It took a path into our solar system that took it past each planet in our solar system as if it were doing two things. One, observing the planets, and two, using the planets to gain propulsion. This is, no, I'm just telling you what's being put out on social media by astronomers, astrophysicists, NASA, and others. It's made a trek around the sun and it's currently heading toward Earth. There's a lot of speculation on what this object is. Some say it's an asteroid that came out of our solar system and came from outside of our solar system, and it's displaying behavior that we would not normally see out of an asteroid. So it's making them question what they know about the universe and how physics works. Others are saying that, well, there's one famous Harvard astrophysicist who's saying, well, it's behaving like an intelligence is controlling it, like it's some kind of a craft that has a propulsion system on it and a guidance system and so forth, like it's some sort of a spaceship. Um, I mean, and there's everything in between, right? So, um, the question is, what is it? And the answer is nobody knows at this point. I don't know. The astrophysicists don't know. The astronomers don't know. And the speculators on social media don't know. Nobody really knows what it is. Now, from the spiritual perspective, some Christians on social media, including YouTube, are saying, well, they believe that it's probably the Anunnaki or the Nephilim, the byproduct of the sons of God mating with the daughters of men in Genesis. Um, I don't know if that's the case. And I have issues with that theory in Genesis, mainly because angels are spirit beings and they don't have the ability to procreate with human women. So if there was some kind of a procreation outside of the human species with these women, it had to be something other than fallen angels. It had to be some other kind of being, either human or some kind of a being that had the ability to procreate with women. That would not be angels or fallen angels. They are spirit beings. They manifest a body to appear to us, but the scripture says that they neither married nor are given in marriage. Now, the way the language is written there, it's talking about the ability to procreate. They are asexual. They don't have the ability to procreate. So that's the issue I have with that Genesis theory. But what if it were something else? I don't know. If there is an intelligence guiding that object, some Christians have theorized it could be demonic. It could be, like I say, the Anunnaki or the Nephilim and so forth. Um, but my assessment is whatever it would be, if it is an intelligence, if we do determine it's some kind of a craft or a probe or something like that that would require intelligence to build it and make it, my assessment is God made that intelligence. Now, how could I say that? In the book of Revelation, God told the Apostle John at a certain point, do not write down what you have seen, for it is not meant for us to know what that is. Um, and so I often wondered, well, I wonder what it was that the Apostle Paul saw that, I mean, Apostle John saw that he was told to not write down. Could it have been that there are other created beings in the universe that God made? I don't know. That's possible. I don't rule that out. I know the arguments against that. The universe is not really doesn't really show the ability to support life, at least not life like human life, is the argument. Well, okay, that may be true, but what if there's some other type of being? I don't know. But if there is, God made it. That's my assessment. And there's a reason and a purpose behind God doing that. So, regardless of what happens, or it could be all fake, just made up. Now, I don't believe that because there are amateurs with telescopes that are putting on YouTube photos of this thing. And they're saying, yeah, we see it. It's there. It's up there. So I don't believe it's made up. I don't believe it's fake. NASA is still saying it's an asteroid, but the Chinese and Russian space agencies are saying, no, we don't think it's an asteroid because it's not behaving like an asteroid. It's behaving like something that is intelligently controlled. So there's a debate among the space agencies as to what it actually is. There's a debate among the astrophysicists and astronomers as to what it really is. And the bottom line for this video, for me, is we don't know what it is. Nobody knows. Everybody is speculating. And until we can get a good look at it, as it's heading toward Earth now, hopefully it'll get close enough to Earth that they can get a good picture of it, a good look at it, and actually determine what it is and why it's behaving the way it does. Until then, nobody's really going to know what it is or why it's behaving the way it does. And that's my thoughts on that for right now. If there's an update that is significant, I'll let you know. I'll put it on this channel. Thank you, and I'll see you next time here on the C Files.